Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Boardsy, and in this video I'm going to be answering the question of whether or not it is worth it to Paracord and Hyperglide your Zowie mice, and in specific the Zowie S2, which is in my opinion the best Zowie mouse. So I got my mouse from the mouse fitting kit, and it had the rubber cable and the Teflon glides. And I decided that I was going to mod it out because I wanted to see if maybe it was my endgame mouse. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't think it's worth it. So on this mouse, I already did a full review, so I'm just going to do it pretty quickly. You get really firm, really light clicks. You get also really firm side buttons, which isn't as good of a thing as I had thought before. But they're really good side buttons, the firmest I've ever had. Most similar to like a Model D, but firmer. You get a really bad scroll wheel, and you get a 3360 sensor, a rubber cable, and Teflon feet. The Teflon feet, if you do decide to get this mouse, they can stay. The Hyperglides are not necessary. It slides basically this much with the Teflon feet on. If you guys don't believe me, you can look at my S2 review video, which I will put in the description. So yeah, the feet aren't necessary, but the Paracord definitely is if you do want to use this mouse like as your main. But I just don't think it's worth it to be paying $90 for this mouse when there's options available for $50 that just basically outmatch it in every way possible. Obviously, this mouse has a very good shape, and if you play claw grip, it's going to be one of the best claw grip mice. But for $50, you can get the MM710, which already has a better cable and 100% PTFE stock feet, and another claw grip mouse you can get for $60, I believe, is the XM1. So ultimately, it's just not worth it because they make mice that fulfill the same purpose for even cheaper, much cheaper actually. The MM710 costing like less than half and weighing like 30 grams less. And also, there's the deal at Walmart for the MM711 to get it for $25, which is just insane. I suggest if any of you guys need a new mouse, you should absolutely get it if you have a local Walmart. But going back to the Paracord itself, I got mine from Paraflex Cables, and it's really good. I've used 3 of their Paracords now, and I love them. I'm actually thinking about ordering one for my Ultralight 2 and making a video on whether or not that's worth it. But yeah, the Paracord's obviously great. They're a bit pricey. They come out to like $22 after shipping. But they do make your mouse feel wireless. But when I did install this, if any of you guys were watching my stream last night, you'd know this. Something happened when I was installing it, and it made my scroll wheel really like tight and tough. And I believe it's because it got like overlapped. The cord got overlapped with the ribbons or something. I'm not sure, but it was horrid. Like, it was genuinely... like, it was unusable, so I had to take apart the mouse and like do it again like twice until I finally got it to work. But in general, it was a pretty easy Paracord installation. The only hard one I had was the XM1. That was pretty hard for me. I of course didn't use the heat shrink because I'm not a bitch, and yeah, that's about it. So to give a quick recap, I don't believe that it's worth it to buy this mouse for $70 and then pay another $20 for a Paracord to make it usable. Or like, it's going to be usable with a rubber cable, but really like usable in the current like mouse market meta, you definitely need a Paracord. And it is by no means necessary to get the Hyperglides. But as always, if you want to try this mouse out, and if you want to Paracord it, if you have the money, it's going to turn out to be a very good mouse. Great clicks, great side buttons, great shape, but the same thing is basically available on the XM1 and MM710 for way cheaper without a Paracord being necessary. So my final verdict, no, it is not worth it. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and sub. It's been Boardsy.